Great. Okay. Welcome to part 2. Or this can be taken by itself or after part 1. As always, take care of your body. We're going to start lying down on your back. I'm going to fix my mat. Just finished part 1. A little wonky. Great. Taking a quick moment to revisit your pelvic tilts here, finding that stability, that awareness. Great. Finding that neutral spine. Arms come back down by our sides. On our next exhale, the right leg comes up into tabletop. Right away, the left leg comes up into tabletop. Taking 3 deep breaths here. In and out. Back of the rib cage heavier every time you exhale. In and out. Making sure we protect our gummy bear underneath our lower back every time we exhale. 1 more deep breath in and out. Great. From here, we're going to extend the left leg away from us. And then bend it in. And then the right. I'm really feeling a pushing feeling. I'm actively pushing the foot away from me as I lengthen the leg here. It's helping me to flex the foot. So you can try that. If that doesn't feel helpful, don't worry about it too much. Still have my 2 rubber bands here. So in between right below the belly button and my knee. So as the leg extends, I'm stretching the rubber band in both directions. And then I come back. Great. Thinking about the sternum, the collarbone here. We melt them as if they were pieces of chocolate in 72-degree weather. Noticing if the weather, as we go around your sternum, becomes rather cold. And see if you can warm it up a little bit. Melting the sternum and the jaw, widening the collarbones. All right, let's take 1 more on each side here. I definitely, absolutely, positively do not care how low your leg is. I care much more about whether or not your gummy bear changes size as we go. Great. Legs stay in tabletop, hands come behind the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. We rotate over to the left. We come back to center. We rotate to the right. And back to center. Great. Heavy through the opposite hip bone. All right, the next time we rotate to the left, we stay here. We extend the right leg and bend. So stay here. Pick your favorite kind of puppy. Mine today is a Labrador. So I have a Labrador puppy on my right hip bone, helping to keep it heavy, even though I'm rotating my chest over towards the left. So this business is going to want to happen. I'm exaggerating, but that little tip, we want to work to keep that opposition in place. So we avoid the tip. Great. We still have our 3 rubber bands around our upper body, so in between our elbows, and then one in between our earlobes and our shoulders. Let's take 2 more. All of them are lengthened and stretched. Last one. Great, right leg stays long. We lift it up towards the ceiling and then we lower. Can you curl that neck and shoulders up a little bit more? How's the breath doing? What's that situation like? How is your gummy bear? How about all of those rubber bands? 5. Being aware of where they're directing, whether or not they're taut, whether or not they're stretching. Great, 2 more. Last one. Leg stays out, little pulses up towards the ceiling with the right shoulder. So we're taking those pulses rotated on that diagonal for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come into the chest. Give yourself a hug. 2 deep breaths here. 1 more breath here. Feet come down. We do all of that business on the other side. So legs come up into tabletop 1 at a time. Hands come behind the head. Interlace the fingers. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. We're starting by rotating from side to side with the chest, so towards the right and then towards the left. We're working to curl up higher every time we come through center without squishing our gummy bear. Head stays heavy in the hands. Staying over to the right the next time you're there. Check in with your Labrador puppy, whatever kind of puppy you have there. Then we extend the left leg and we bend. We extend and we bend. So checking in with those rubber bands in between the earlobes and the shoulders here. Can we lengthen them even more? The shoulder blades are moving down and back in addition to working to curl up. In reality, the shoulder blades lifting off of the mat isn't their doing. It's the rib cage moving towards the hips a little bit that helps to lift them off of the mat. They're trying pretty hard to reach down towards your sacrum. Your rib cage is like, nope, we're curling. Great. How about that rubber band in between your elbows? Is it still taut or have we let it fall? 2 more here. Last one, leg stays long, we lift it up, we lower it down. We stay rotated with the chest as much as we can. How's the Labrador puppy on your left hip bone? It's still heavy. Great. Curl up a little bit higher here for 3. For 2. Last one. Leg stays away from us little. Pulses here with the head, neck, and shoulders for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on, back center. Give those knees a hug. Take a moment. Woo-wee. All right. Surprise. Something that cannot be foreseen at all after all of that. We're going to go straight into our crisscross, so we're all set up for it, is what I really mean by that. So finding your tabletop here. Curling the head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to rotate over towards the left. The right leg extends. Come back center, lifting the chest up, extra, and then rotating towards the right. Great, head stays heavy in your hands. Making sure you have that plum-sized space underneath your chin, as opposed to your grapefruit. Checking in with the breath as well. And paying attention to all 5 of our rubber bands. Especially the 2 in between our earlobes and our shoulders. Great. If you'd like, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit more. Switching and switching and switching and switching. We're here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Almost there. 2. Last one. Knees come into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Great. Feet come back flat on the mat. I just managed to roll the mat over a little bit there. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll up into your bridge, 1 vertebra at a time. Replacing your basketball in between your knees so there's a little bit of a hug there. Curling your tailbone under, letting the belly button sink so far towards the spine that it, reaches almost towards the mat. Does it actually get there? Absolutely not, but we're trying, even as the hips lift up. Great. From here, we're going to go into some marches. So we're going to shift the weight into the right leg, float the left leg up off of the mat, and then come back down. Other side. Great. Paying a lot of attention to the transfer of weight. So the way that the right glutes and hamstrings and clamstrings also engage to support the pelvis and the torso and the leg as it lifts. Great. You can imagine now your puppy lying lengthwise on the front of your hips. You want to make sure that it doesn't slide off from one side or the other as you lift the leg, like that. So we're working to keep the hips even here. What kind of weather is your sternum in here? Great. If it went really far up north and is shivering a bit, really frozen, you bring it down south a little bit and really melting our imaginary chocolate sternum here. 72 degrees, please. Great. The next time your left leg is up, it's going to stay there. Great. From here, we're going to lift the right heel and lower, and then flex the right foot and lower, and lift, and lower. Great. If you've tried that and you're like, absolutely not, both feet come down, Lift both heels and lift both toes. Taking care of your body always first and foremost. All I'm giving are options. Please don't take them if they don't feel helpful or good. Great, 3 more. How's your puppy? Has it slid off? 2 more. Last one. Great, heel lifts, you stay there, lower the hips an inch and lift them for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Heel lowers, toes lift, lower and lift the hips now. So many things for 5, for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Right foot comes flat, left leg lowers. We shift the weight right away over into the left leg, float the right leg up. Same thing. Great, making sure we still have that engagement through the abdominals here, flexing the left foot and pointing. All of that support through the back of the left leg. All of that support through the torso. Adjusting as needed. So if you start to feel this in your lower back, that's your body saying, your hips are too high, we're not tucking our tailbone under enough. So the work isn't where we want it to be. We want it to be in the back of the left leg, the left glutes, and the abdominals, not in the low back here. Great. 3 more of this, so much fun stuff. 2. Last one. Heel lifts, stay here, lower the hips an inch and lift them for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Heel lowers, toes lift, lower and lift the hips for 5, for 4. I got it all out that time. 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes down. Slowly roll yourself all the way down. Great, we're just going to take 3 more really slow bridges up and down, focusing on the articulation of the spine, lifting each vertebra one at a time. Softening the stem, first roll down. 2 more like this. Last one. Great, knees come into the chest. Gently rock yourself up to sitting. Great. Feet are flat on the mat here. Once again, I'm going to fix my mat. You're going to sit up tall, finding your sit bones. Good job. Okay. Hands again come behind the thighs. Curl the tailbone under. We're finding that string at the back of our belly button being pulled towards the wall behind us. Great. Arms come out in front of us. From here, right leg floats up and lowers. Left leg floats up and lowers. Okay, can you lower the torso just a little bit? Keep going. We have our laser beams coming out of the sides of our shoulders, reaching straight side. So the collarbones stay wide, even as we curl the tailbone under. Great, it's a bit of this. Can't even do it. Okay. You go back just a little farther with the torso. How's the breath? If you ever want more challenge, all you have to do is reach the arms up towards the ceiling. So we're adding a little bit more weight towards the torso to challenge the abdominals more. All right, one more time each side here with the legs. The right leg stays up. We extend it and bend it. That's all. Great. Our tailbone is curling so far underneath us and in between our knees that it's tickling us in the chin. Collarbones stay wide, belly button still getting pulled back by that string. We're here for 4, 3, 2. We're adding on here. The left arm's going to reach up towards the ceiling as the right leg lengthens for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, Last one. Right foot comes down, roll all the way up. Take a moment, gentle arch for the upper back if that feels good. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll halfway back. Same bit, other side, left leg comes up. We extend it and we bend it. So noticing how each side is different. Maybe this side feels a little bit more wobbly. For me on this side, I notice that my left hip bone wants to reach towards my the left side of my ribs more than my right. So I'm actually working to create opposition here by reaching the right hip bone a little bit towards the right side of my rib cage. Figure that out for yourself if that's helpful. Great. We're adding the arm. Here we go for 10. You roll back just a little farther, 9. Feel the pull of your belly button back, 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. You can hear my voice shaking a little bit. Last one. Great. Come all the way up. Take a moment, roll halfway back again. Here we go. Going into our teaser. How did we get here? Oh, we built up to it. Duh. I'm being ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. So we're going to float the right leg up now. Float the left leg up. Great. This is enough for you. You stay right here. You focus on pulling the belly button back. Keeping the collarbones wide. Great. You want more challenge? We extend the right leg. We bend it. We extend the left leg. We bend it. So collarbones wide, yes, but curling tailbone under here. So we're not looking for that V shape. We're looking for more like a Nike swoosh. Okay. So that's going to bring the work more into our lower abdominals and less into the hip flexors, although you betcha the hip flexors are working here. Right, we add the opposite arm. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg for 5. 4, how's that breath? 3, this got so fun, so fast. 2. Last one. Grand finale, both arms, both legs, and bend. Great, so I'm just reaching my arms towards my toes here, but if you want that challenge, hands come up towards the ceiling. We're here for 5. 4. 3, who's shaky? Me. Last one, we stay here, glue the legs together, reach the arms, curl the tailbone under, pull the belly button back. We're here for 5. Deep breath here for 4. 3, 2, last challenge on 1. We're going to slowly roll everything down. Feet and shoulders reach the mat at the same time. You made it. Great. Flip over, just like that pancake. You know, that perfect pancake. Because every single pancake is always perfect. Okay. Hands come back into our goalpost shape. Bring one chin to your side, one cheek to the mat. Great. And then find your gummy bear underneath your belly button. Press the pubic bone down, lengthen the legs, and then reach the right toe so far away from your pelvis, the whole right leg lifts up and lowers. Just the right leg lifting up and lower. We exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. How do we make this more of an abdominal exercise too? We think about that string attached to the back of our belly button, attached to the ceiling. And somebody has one of those windy things, like at the end of a kite, and is winding up the string the whole time here. So there's that extra lift of the belly button from the back the whole time. That's how. Great. 3 more. Think about the thigh lifting, the foot reaching too. Last one. Great, other side. Left leg pulls away from the pelvis first and then lifts up. Great. You still have that person gently making your belly button string a little shorter here. Great. We're thinking about the left thigh lifting more than the left leg. So if the thigh lifts, then the leg will stay longer and we'll avoid this bit. Or some other variation. I'm exaggerating a ton, don't worry. I'm sure you weren't doing that. But a lot of times we'll bend the leg so that it feels like it's going higher, which then doesn't get the work in the glutes and our hamstring the way that we were looking for. Can you lift the belly button up a little more? 3, 2, last one. Great, right leg lifts, left leg lifts. Both legs are floating. Great, we're shooting our sit bones towards our heels, lifting up through our belly button, hugging the rib cage. Great. Now lift the right leg a little higher than the left leg a little higher than the right. Keep going. Great. Both hip bones are working to press down into the mat here, or reach down into the mat. They might not be actually pressing, that's fine, especially if you're really lifting the belly button up. But we want the pelvis to stay even. Great, we're here for 5, for 4. Hello, back of my legs. Hello, glutes. 2. Last one. Great, legs come down. We're going to put together our scarecrow here. So arms are in your goalpost. Head is floating slightly off of the mat. We lift the hands and the forearms. Inhale. Exhale, lift the elbows. Inhale, find an arch. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend. Roll down, elbows, hands, head. And again, hands and forearms. Elbows, chest, arms, elbows. Roll down, elbows, hands, head. 2 more just like that. Inhaling as you lift the hands. Exhaling as you lift the elbows. Inhaling to arch, still reaching the belly button away from the mat. Exhaling to reach. Inhaling to bend. And then exhaling to roll all the way down. 1 more time. Hands, elbows, chest, reach, pull, roll down. Great. From here, if you like that added challenge, the right leg floats up, the left leg floats up. We keep them up, we keep going with our scarecrow. So hands and forearms, elbows, arch, reach, everything. Pull the elbows back and roll down. Keep the legs floating. More challenge here, bring the legs closer together. How's that belly button doing? Is it still feeling lifted away from the mat? Are we still breathing? Is the back of our neck still long? Are there sit bones reaching towards our heels? Great. 3 more. Don't worry, we're going to take it for a swim in 2. Might not cool you off, but it'll be fun. Last one. All the way down. All the way up. We're going to meet with our arms long out in front of us. Great. Right arm, left leg, lift a little higher. And switch. And switch. Going for our swim. This could be a nice leisurely swim, so you can really focus on the pelvis here. Working to press the pubic bone down. Or you can pick up the pace a little bit, so you can challenge your coordination and your stability. But we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everything lifts up on 1. Everything lowers down. Great. So those hips back. Find a child's pose. Okay, walk the hands over to the right. Sit the hips a little bit to the left here for an extra stretch down the left side of the torso. One more breath here. And then walk the hands over to the left, shift the weight over to the right. Two more breaths here. Great. Hands come back forward, shift the weight onto your hands and knees. Here we go. Fix my shirt. We're going to make sure we're pressing the whole hand down. So winning our ferocious and really, really quick game of whack-a-mole. Making sure there's that puff of air in the elbows. Making sure there's that lift in between the shoulder blades. Hug of the belly button towards the spine. Hug of the rib cage up towards the spine as well. Finding that string at the top of our head. Reaching it towards the wall in front of us. Okay. Tuck the toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the knees off of the mat. Great, lower down. And again, exhale, float the knees up. And lower down. Great. So we really want to think about, keep going, the space in between our hip bones, helping to lift us up here. So starting the exhale and then lifting the knees. So really asking our deep abdominals to create the action, create the lift. Okay, we're still imagining that we're smelling something slightly smelly underneath our nose. So the back of the neck stays long. The top of the head pulling towards the wall in front of you. Great, 3 more just like this. Exhaling to float. Inhaling to lower. 2 more. This one we stay at. Ah, surprise. Great, little pulses here. So lower the knees just a little and lift for 10. 9, 8. Whole hand pressing down, little puff of air through the elbows, lifted in between the shoulder blades for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Untuck the toes, sit the hips back. Child's pose just for a moment. Back up we go. Great. This time tuck the toes, float the knees up on your exhale. Right leg extends behind you. Left leg extends behind you. Find your plank. Don't worry, we're not staying here. Right leg bends. Left leg bends. Same thing, other side. Left leg reaches. Right leg reaches. Left leg bends. Right leg bends. If your wrists are like, absolutely not, come onto your fists or down onto your forearms. Great. You start to feel this in your lower back. Lift the hips a little bit more. Tuck the tailbone under a bit. And then you can also just return to lifting and lowering the knees here. Great. 2 more. Each side. Ha ha ha. Pressing the floor away. 1 more to the right. 1 more to the left. We meet in our plank. We're here for 10. Press the floor away. 9, 8. Whole hand pressing down. 7. Something a little stinky underneath your nose. 6. Reaching the top of the head. 5, 4. Lifted in between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Hips come up towards the ceiling. Take a not child's pose, a downward dog. Deep breaths here. Pedaling out the feet if you'd like. Great. We come back into our plank. We take deep breaths here. Great. Got 20 more seconds here. So can we press the hands down more? We find more width in between the shoulder blades, more of a hug of the belly button towards the spine. Can we pull the hands towards the feet and the feet towards the hands? We make the neck longer. Can we breathe? Great. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Downward dog. Great. From here, reach the right foot forward. Find a lunge. Lower the back knee here. And then walk your hands onto your front leg. Untuck the back toes if that feels good. Catch your breath if you need to. And then reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. And reach over towards the right. And you stretch for psoas for the front of the left hip. Great. We're going to rotate the chest towards the ground and then back open again. 1 more time here. It's a bit of a balance challenge too. Coming all the way up. Both hands down, tuck the back toes, lengthen the back leg, find your downward dog. Left leg comes forward, right knee comes down, untucking those toes, walking yourself up. Reaching the right arm up and over. Curling the tailbone here for a deeper stretch. And then turning the chest towards the ground and opening. One more time. Great, coming up, bringing that hand down, finding your lunge, walking the left leg back, and then walking the hands or the feet towards each other. I said hands, I did feet, so you can choose. Bend your knees, curl your tailbone under, and slowly roll yourself up to standing, closing your eyes along the way. Once you reach standing, take a moment, fix the clothes as needed. Feel the head resting on the neck, supported by the ribs, supported by the pelvis and the spine, supported by the legs and the glutes, the feet supporting everything, falling down into the ground. Take one last deep breath in and out. You did it. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that to see you again soon. If you have any questions or want more information, check out that link down there. And I'd love to hear from you as well. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.